All right, welcome to section 2 of module 2, story framing and perception control, guiding how your message is interpreted. All right, now that you know how to grab attention in the first 3 seconds, let's talk about what happens next. Because getting attention is one thing, but keeping control of how that attention feels, that's persuasion gold. And this is where framing comes in. Framing is basically how you shape someone's perception of what they're seeing. It's the difference between how they hear something and what they believe it means. And once you understand how to frame your message, you can guide people's thoughts, emotions, and conclusions without ever sounding pushy or scripted. Let me explain it this way. In a courtroom, framing is everything. Two attorneys can tell the exact same story, but the one who frames it better wins the case. One might say, my client was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But the other may say, my client was targeted for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Same facts, different frame, and the frame changes the feeling. That's what we're doing in digital marketing every single day. When you post a piece of content, you're not just sharing information, you're shaping how your audience will interpret it. So here's the rule of thumb: you can't control what people think, but you can control what they think about. If you start a message by saying, everyone's tired of fake copy paste content online, you've just framed your message around authenticity. So everything you say next will be seen through that lens. If you start with, most creators have no clue what actually makes people buy, you framed your message around expertise and insight. See how that works? You're setting the stage for what their brain should focus on. Now, framing also helps you neutralize resistance. Let's say you're selling a higher ticket product and you know people might think this sounds expensive. You could pre frame it with, this isn't the cheapest option, it's the one that finally works. Boom. You've acknowledged the thought before they can use it against you and flipped it into a positive. That's called controlling perception. Another example: let's say you're launching a course and you want to build trust. You could open with, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to show you how persuasion actually works so you can do it your way. You've just framed yourself as a guide, not a guru, and the audience immediately relaxes. That's the power of perception. It's not what you say, it's how you set it up. So, when you're creating content, I want you to think about it like this. Number one, what emotion do I want them to feel first? Number two, what lens do I want them to view this through? Number three, and what thought do I want to plant before I deliver my main message? That's how you start leading the interpretation, not just hoping people get it. When you master framing, your content stops feeling random and starts feeling intentional. People begin to trust your tone, your message, and your authority because you're not reacting to their thoughts, you're guiding them. That's the real power of story framing and perception control.